Our journey started with Aster Clinic, which is an international city. That's where we live in Dubai. And it started with Dr. Stuti Mishra, who we continued to visit all throughout the maternity.
When I came to know I was pregnant, I was like on top of the world because I definitely wanted a kid for a very long time. When I came to know that I was heading into a high risk pregnancy and I had to be admitted, I was totally upset with it, and that like literally shot my blood pressure very, very high.
The doctors were very kind and patient with us. They gave us a lot of confidence, a lot of love and support in these tedious situations. They took great care of us and they gave us the right guidance. We tried to hold on to the pregnancy as much as we could, but finally there was a day where we had to rush my wife to the hospital.
First of all, I didn't want to admit myself in the hospital at so early age. I was like, it's too early for me to get admitted in the hospital because it was just 26 weeks. I then came to the hospital. I was like taken to the ICU. I was like, why ICU when I can walk? Definitely the doctors did calm me down, got my pressure under control. My placenta split. I didn't know what was happening. I really didn't know what was happening. I just thought that I had gas problem. I called the doctor and I'm like, my stomach's paining. But then suddenly we realized that, I had to go and get my C-section done.
The great care of nurses, a great team of nurses and doctors took care of the situation, knowing the intense care my wife required because it was a very high-risk pregnancy. Very well on time, moved into the operation theatre, and after the doctors came out, I saw my child. Dr. Binoy was the pediatrician who brought my child, the specialist, and gave us a brief introduction of what happened, of how she was delivered, and she was immediately rushed to the NICU.
Baby Sydelle was delivered extremely premature, which is 27 weeks and weighing 900 grams.
Soon after the delivery, we understood that since she was a 27-week-old baby, she would have to be kept for another 2 months in the NICU because she would have to complete her 36 weeks period.
Baby also came with a perinatal depression, so baby didn't cry soon after birth. We need to do that bag and mask ventilation. Then baby started to spontaneous breathing, baby cried.
I was scared. I didn't go for the first 5 days again to the NICU because I couldn't see the baby. But then the doctors came and started speaking to me and telling me that I had to visit her. That's when she would be cured and that's when she would come back to us as soon as possible.
Having our child out and seeing her in the NICU, not being able to take her home and departing from the hospital, departing from her was the biggest test and the most toughest part for us.
I started seeing baby. We were not allowed to touch her, but we could see her from the incubator.
Every day we got an update of her 24 hours activities of whatever was the report of what my child did, what she gained, what was the new activity, what was the new procedure that the doctors introduced. Every detailed report used to come to me every day at 8:39 in the morning.
Finally, the day came where baby was brought to us, and I was the most happiest person to have baby back. Carrying baby for the first time was scared because again she was so delicate and so small.
I got the confidence because of the great professionalism from the entire NICU team and from Dr. Ramanathan who heads it. It was a great blessing to have this team take care of my child.
I was confident even on looking after baby alone by myself at home, which I did. And I could say that was all because of the confidence given from the hospital to me.
We were very happy with all the care taken from us with Aster Hospital, and now this is the live example that we are sitting blessed with a amazingly healthy baby in our hands.
Now when I look back at the days when baby was born and I see her now, I just imagine like such a small thing has now grown up to be such a beautiful girl. Yes, she is a miracle in my life. She was a fighter. She is a miracle baby, and she has left many people who we keep talking and telling her stories about are left speechless hearing her stories as to how she fought her battle out, and today she's grown up so well.